Morning. I'm going over this worksheet with you, analyzing and interpreting data, rotational period. And what we're doing here is we're looking at an experiment, and we're just going to try and pick some information out of this experiment. And you see on the first page, it's really the setup. It tells you what the experiment is, measuring the rotation period of a celestial object. So for instance, how fast is a planet moving? We got our materials, the procedures. So these are the steps that you take for doing this experiment. And then these are some results. Now this is all stuff that has been made up, but you have some results here that are given in hours. There's 10 different measurements, okay? But this is something that could be done as a regular high school experiment. When we look at the next page, this is where we're going to analyze the experiment. So it wants to know what the hypothesis says. Remember, the hypothesis is an educated prediction on what will happen. It's okay if the hypothesis in your experiment is wrong. It still tells you something. Independent variable, that's the variable that is chosen by the experimenters. Dependent variable is the data that's collected. So if you take a look at the results, which one is chosen by the experimenters and which one is the data collected? You're looking at the equipment list, answering some stuff there, filling in this data table. First column is measurements and hours. So measurements here, hours here. And you're just putting in the information that was given to you here in a cleaner data table. Finding the average of those 10 measurements and then explaining whether the hypothesis as proposed was correct or incorrect. And you're actually not saying correct or incorrect, you're explaining why it was correct or incorrect. So I think that's it. Should be fairly quick to get through this. If you have any questions, let me know.